So are you in the market for a new home, maybe thinking about selling?
A lot of people are expected to sell and buy. We are joined now by the Watchdog on Wall Street, Chris Markowski. Good morning, buddy.
Good morning.
Hey.
All right, so we have a little first, before we get into the seriousness of the housing market, we saw this lovelylisting.com website, and these are ways that you should probably not try to sell your home. You got to take a look at some of these pictures that actually accompany people's listings. Look at this.
That was like my first New York City apartment. What are you talking about?
Literally the size of a bathroom, right?
I paid $1,200 a month for that. Are you kidding me? Yeah, so these are actually ways that people have attempted to advertise their homes, either online or, in print ads.
How charming and inviting.
You ever watch those HGTV shows that show you how to, get the most bang for your buck when you're selling your home? Well, this would be the opposite end of that spectrum.
Look at that big pig.
Wow. So yeah, you got to be careful
Elvis.
when you're posting this. On to the seriousness of this, though, they say that about 10% of new home buyers are lining up for 2010. A lot of these new couples, first-time home buyers, women. What's your thoughts? I mean, what are we looking at for 2010 in terms of the housing market?
Well, it's most certainly a buyer's market. There's no doubt about it. And the reality is most banks right now still have so many unforeclosed properties on their books, unperforming loans, that those haven't even come to the market. If they all did at the same time, I'd probably see house prices drop another 30 to 40%. Oh. It's that bad out there. It really is.
Those of us in Florida are very depressed about this information.
It is reality. That's what the situation is right now. It's going to take some time to work through it. I don't know if you guys heard this or discussed this on the program, but Fannie and Freddie are actually going to people, homeowners that are in distress, and saying, hey, listen, just give us your deed. Just give us your deed, and we will rent the house back to you.
Wow.
And that's how bad it is in a lot of these markets. So if you are in the market for a home, it's great for you. You're going to be paying great prices. You're going to give you more disposable income to buy stuff.
If you have the money to buy it.
And if you're a seller, not so good news for you. And don't try those photos at home.
Don't put a mannequin of Elvis in your
Welcome back to the Daily Buzz. Well, are you in the market for a new home?
Well, you might be, because nearly 10% of Americans plan to buy a home in the next 2 years. Now, here with more on that is our Watchdog on Wall Street, Chris Markowski. Good morning, Chris.
Good morning.
All right, now, as we get into this, by the way, just kind of for fun, we're going to show you on the screen some images, good examples of what not to do if you're trying to sell your home. If you have homes that are like this, you might not want to post these ads, even if it is a buyer's market. But as we look at these, because they are quite humorous, Chris, this has been a tough year for a lot of people financially, 2009. And so 2010, a lot of people are going to be looking to recoup some of those investments. We're looking at the homes here. Let's start with that. How do people go about that?
Can't really do much in regards to recouping the value of your home. That's just going to take time. It's like any other asset class out there. You take a look, and I want to be gloom and doom here, but the NASDAQ hit its heights back in 2000. We haven't gotten nearly at that point yet. One of the things we tried to articulate here on the show, and I've tried to explain to people, do not think of your home as an investment. Think of it as a bill that you have to pay every single month, much like your electric bill, much like your car bill.
Get one you can afford.
Yeah, get something you can afford, something you can manage. Your home means a lot of things to you. You got Christmases and holidays and all that stuff and memories. Just don't think of it as a retirement plan.
Okay, so from the home, we'll go to the job. How can people be making money in 2010?
Well, I mean, obviously, we're seeing 10.2% unemployment last Friday, and in my opinion, it's probably much higher than that, and it's going to continue to tick higher. However, there's a great list of jobs out there that employers are having a hard time filling. You may want to go to that arena. If you're, a typewriter repair person, you may want to think of a new career, and you're going to have to reinvent yourself from time to time, because that's just the modern society. That's just our economy today. Sure. And engineers on the list, machinists, technicians, what else do we have? Sales reps. The other thing is, too, because we're hiring, too, and we have a division up in New York City. Do us a favor, okay? For all, you're going to a job, make sure you're on time, make sure you're dressed accordingly, do all these various different things. You need to stand out from everybody else.
Sure.
And, these little things will help you find a job.
It's amazing how hungry people are out there, but then there's little slip-ups here and there that really turn off employers.
The word you're saying that 100 times in an interview. You have to get that out of your lexicon, please, because it's not good and definitely turns employers off.
have to sound professional when you go
too
into
many
places.
piercings, tattoos, all these things, depending on what type of job you
Because
have.
first impressions are very important.
Absolutely.
And you know, if you look at this list of the 10 toughest jobs to fill, it's a lot about understanding where the demand is and then getting some of the appropriate education as well.
And that's one great thing about this country and our educational system is that we have community colleges on every corner. And you can reinvent yourself in this country dozens and dozens and dozens of times throughout your entire life. You want to learn a new career? Go. All sorts of vocational skills that are there. Take advantage of it. Find out where the jobs are. Find something that interests you and turn this recessionary period into an opportunity rather than a letdown.
Facing financial hardships just as daunting as California. Pew Research Center says they are Arizona, Rhode Island, Michigan, Oregon, Nevada, Florida, New Jersey, Illinois, and Wisconsin. And double-digit budget gaps, rising in unemployment, and foreclosure rates are the key reasons for their problems. So how can the states turn the tides? And the bigger question could be, could these states deflate the recovery for the rest of the country? Our watchdog on Wall Street, Chris Markowski, is back to weigh in. Good morning, Chris.
Good morning. California is so bad they didn't put it on the list. I don't know if you heard what they're doing there. And this is a true story, what's going on in California. They are actually withholding more money, an additional 10% from everyone's paycheck, because they don't have the money. They say they're going to give it back to you at the end of the year. They're actually taking people's money.
And what is the chances that the people are actually going to see that money by the end of the year?
No, they're going to have to file it. They're going to make sure they have to file their tax return and actually call for it. They're actually withholding more money, an additional 10%. Imagine, you got a household budget and all of a sudden the government says, hey, we're taking that. We're taking that additional 10%. That's what's going on.
So many people feeling that hit. So is there any way to turn the tide? Can we turn this around?
It all stems from who we put into office. You cannot spend and spend and spend and expect when times get tough to keep up the same type of lifestyle. And, it reminded me, I was thinking about this before we came on, there was a great Simpsons episode when Homer takes control of the garbage department. And he builds amphibious garbage trucks, and he does all these things, and he bankrupts the garbage department all in a month. When times are going great, and you saw some of the states on there, Florida was boom times for a period of time. All these politicians like, woohoo, look at all this money that we have, and they spend it all. And a lot of these spending increases and a lot of these jobs, they can't get rid of them after they start them. So when it's times get a little bit leaner, we end up in situations we're in today.
And sadly, it doesn't look as though anything's going to be turning around anytime soon.
Well, you take a look, most of these states, they get their money from property tax revenue. And, with more homes going into foreclosure, even if they go ahead and seize the home, they're going to have to go about selling it to recoup that. And someone's going to have to buy it. So it's a vicious cycle that we're in right now. It's going to take a little time to clear.
Chris, thank you. For more information, head to our website.